Good morning, y'all. I'm telling you this right now, chickens. God had to choke me, throw me up against the wall, and give me a look like, and do something. You feel me? I had the sickest revelation when I took a shower. I was like laying down, and I've been having like the worst days, y'all. I just haven't been having really bad days, like really, really bad days. And I have been dissociating a lot lately. I mean, bad anger, rage going off in my mind, but then like also to like to a lot of people in my past. And it's like I'm reliving a lot of situations, and I'm like, I should have said this. I want to do that. So I'm dissociating from the natural world or from the physical realm, and I'm going straight into like the natural spiritual. Like, and I'm getting an update, and I'm getting pissed. And I have this attitude, and of course I'm on YouTube, and I hear someone say or see a video, and one guy was like, God gives his gifts to every single one of his children individually, different gifts, and brings them to capture into his own kingdom. If you're watching this, which you're probably not, because I'm literally nobody on YouTube, but your video helped a lot in the best way, because God had to slap me and say that video was for you. And so I'm like in the shower, because now I'm upset, and I was like, I need to make a video. And I was like, I'm in the shower, and I'm like, God, and I'm praying, and I'm like, what is my gift? I'm like, literally, what is my gift? Like, everyone else is having this awesome revelation. Everyone's having these gifts. Everyone knows what they want to do, who they are, who they're supposed to be. It's like they're always in a good mood, which is also pissing me off, but I'm happy for them. But I'm also angry at my situation. And I'm like, hold up. Let's not be narcissistic. What situation are you in, Ezekiel? And this is me talking, but I feel like this was God yelling at me in my head. And he's like, I took you out of Egypt. How Moses took the Jews out of Egypt when they were captured in slavery. The book of Exodus, if you haven't read it, read it. I love it. He says, I am doing everything bit by bit, how I want it in my way and in my timing, not yours. You've been in isolation since December 31st. He says, I'm extremely, extremely proud of you. He's like, you just got to be patient. And then I'm like, I was like, okay. And I'm getting angry, and I feel myself getting angry. And I've had a conversation before in the past, and I was like, God, if I get angry, can you please snap me back into reality? Because sometimes I get angry, and I'm like, don't talk to me. And it'd be to him, to Jesus, to everyone in the earth. It'll be to heavens. It'll be to Satan and his demons. And I'll be like, no one talk to me. No one speak to me. Leave me alone. And it's like I get an attitude with everyone. And I hear God in my head, Ezekiel, Ezekiel, Ezekiel. And then I'm playing in my head The Chosen when Jesus is on the donkey, Palm Sunday, and Jerusalem, the Jews in Jerusalem, are waving their palm branches at him. These are the same Jews that crucified him 4 or 5 days later, okay? And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, God, are you saying I'm the Jews that said crucify Jesus? And God's like, no. He says, but you want me not just to capture you out of, or take you out of Egypt, take you out of your captivity of pain and hurt, but you want me like he did in Old Testament, when Moses says, let my people go, and he didn't, and God had to send, different situations on him. If you don't know, look it up. And I'm like, that's what I want you to do to the people that hurt me. Yeah, that's what I want. And I want a front row seat. And God doesn't do that. God doesn't, he might, he'll go, like, he'll defend you. He will. He's been defending me. And he'll make everyone pay. No, that's not enough. I know exactly what to do. So now I'm getting pissed that it's not happening the way I want it. And God was like, Devontae, see? Didn't I change your name from that to Ezekiel? You're moving back to that name. Let's move forward. And I'm like, Jesus help me. Like, literally, Jesus help me. And back to the story. God's like, no, you're not the Jews that said crucify Jesus, but he said, that's how you want me to work. The Jews got upset and said crucify him. Big reason was because they thought Jesus came as Moses to set them free from the Romans. Jesus didn't do that. Jesus was here to save everyone from hell. That's why he was here. He wasn't here on a private mission to kill the Romans or destroy the Romans. No, he was there for one mission only, and to save everyone, God's children, whoever wants to be a part of, God's kingdom, be his child. That's why Jesus came down on earth. So God had to give me that revelation, and it was crazy. And then, see, God got a sense of humor. All right, this is what I love about my father, my Abba father. He got a sense of humor. He'd be funny. He'd be a little twisted sometimes, but, I love him. And I think I get that part from him, the little, darkness of it all. That's how I am. All right, and I don't claim to be an Aries. I claim to be a child of God. But sometimes God could be a fire sign. If you all don't understand, sometimes he could be a fire sign. I'm just putting it out there. And in the shower, I'm having literally visions or like clips of the movie Troubled Child 2 with Junior and Trixie. Yo, I saw that movie like 2 weeks or a week ago. I saw it on YouTube. I saw part 1 and part 2, and it's free on YouTube. If you guys want to check it out and see it. Yo, I cracked up, and I said, okay, so what's the meaning of this movie? And I'm cracking up in my head in the shower. And I know I probably look crazy if somebody could see me what I was doing. No, I don't care. And God said, you and everyone else are like Junior and Trixie. The boys are like Junior, and the girls are like Trixie. Y'all are bad. Y'all are troublesome. He says, I still love y'all, how their mom and their dad still love them. He says, I still love y'all. He's like, but y'all are some trouble children. The Jews during Exodus with the Egyptians after Moses took them out. Trouble. You asked God to get you out of your situation, and you turned crazy and disrespectful, and then you had Jesus crucified? Oh. And I was like, God, you calling me that? And God was like, all right, Devontae. And I was like, my name is Ezekiel. It's Ezekiel. Ezekiel. And he was like, can we act like it? And I was like, ooh. The T. He got me. But I said, hold up, Jesus. Hold up. I said, look, it says, I am mixed. I'm half Jesus, right? And it's probably backwards. I don't care. And half Peter. It says, run up and see which one you get. It says, I am mixed. I am half Jesus, half Peter. Run up and see which one you want to get. You can either, depending on what you say, will determine if you walk, crawl, or limp out of that situation. And God be like, Ezekiel, I did not tell you to act like this. And I'm like, God, I've been feeling this way for the past 5 days. He's like, pray. He's like, read the Bible. I was like, I'm having a hard time reading. I'd rather scroll through TikTok than make a video. I was like, all right. You got me there. Point of the story is, y'all, do not be like Trixie. Do not be like Junior, even though sometimes it'd be a little fun. Don't be like the Jews from Exodus, like Moses not listening. And don't be like the Jews that crucified him. Be like everyone else that loves him. And just wait on God's timing. Won't he do it? Thank you, Jesus. I love y'all. Chickens, stay blessed. Have a good one. And y'all are my favorite.